Vamos ver como está a transmissão. Ó, parece que tá rodando tudo bem, né? Então, estamos ao vivo. E aí, players, beleza? Tudo bom com vocês? Aqui quem fala é o Joe Gamer. Nós estamos aqui no Momento Play, né? Com mais uma gameplay aqui de Final Fantasy XVI aí pra vocês. Certinho? Pra quem não está acompanhando em live a nossa série, nós estamos fazendo série do jogo aqui no canal. Então, se você ainda não viu as outras, né, depois vai dar uma olhada que nós fizemos de 1 até a 10, a parte 10 aí, pra vocês acompanharem, tá bom? E se você ainda não vê, então, no Momento Play aqui no online, já deixa o seu gostei, se inscreva no canal e prime o sininho pra estar sempre com a gente aqui pra fazer as lives, tá bom? E vamos chegando, pessoal. Bora, João. Tudo bom, João? Beleza? Vamos de gameplay. Final Fantasy tá incrível, cara. Vamos chegando, galera. Guilherme, Gustavo, sempre estão aqui. A Mires. A Nath chegando também. Vamos que vamos. Elton. Então, galera, é isso. Nós, na última live, né, fizemos a batalha mais incrível do game, né? A mais incrível até o momento, né? Tem que falar até o momento, porque esse jogo não para de me surpreender. Mas foi a luta mais incrível até o momento, nossa, contra o Bahamut. E nós destruímos o Crystal Master do 𝗙𝗡𝗟, né? E a mãe tirana maluca do Clive se matou. Teve um maior problema, matou... Dion acabou matando a criança, que parece que era a última, né? E ele acabou matando sem ele querer, né? O pai dele foi acabou entrando na frente da lâmina aí pra poder salvar o que ele achou que era o filho dele. Mas, bom, vamos continuando aqui, né? Agora o Joshua, o filho, vieram junto, o irmão dele, né? Veio pra cá. E agora nós vamos lá falar com ele, porque não tem nada de missão secundária aqui, nós temos que ir lá falar com ele. Bom, temos cartinhas para ler aqui. Vamos continuar, então. Olha, tem várias cartas. Sobre o que houve naquele dia. O Otto. Quero que saiba que nunca chorei na frente de alguém, nem mesmo de minha mãe. E você não verá fazer isso de novo por muito tempo. Então, se não for um problema para Vossa Senhoria, podemos deixar tudo isso para lá. O Sid que decide decidir seguir há muitos anos já se foi. E não há como trazê-lo de volta das profundezas de sabe-se lá qual inferno ele foi parar. Mas... o legado dele continua vivo em você e em todos aqui no esconderijo, da mesma forma que o céu é azul. Pelo menos acho que ainda é azul. Enquanto for, vou ficar aqui e você poderá contar comigo. Legal. Aquela última missão que fizemos com ele lá. Saudações das caravanas Carmim. Acredito que você e seu grupo conquistaram o domínio sem eventualidades. Caso as suas jornadas lhe tragam de volta ao mercado e você precise de mais assistência, encontrará as caravanas Carmim mais que felizes em poder ajudar. Talvez até façamos um desconto em cima do preço de nós costumamos cobrar. Heloise. Inteligência rompe maldições. Ah, rompe maldições a inteligência. Ah, o rapaz lá. Os relatos de nossos irmãos e irmãs que estão longe são todos os momentos. Todos os mesmos. Esses céus amaldiçoados não lançam sombra somente sobre a terra. Lançam também sobre o coração das pessoas. Corações já... Nossa, não entendi. Pesarosos. Deve ser isso. Pela queda do domínio e destruição do último Crystal Master da Torrenta. Por enquanto, o reino consegue suportar, mas a cada nova invasão, as poucas crianças remanescentes caem numa loucura cada vez mais profunda. A situação nunca foi tão desesperadora. Que novos ventos lhe encontrem na próxima lua nova. Até lá, nossa vigília continua. Que a maldição do cristal seja quebrada. Grande bagunça. Theodore lá, o irmão da Aloyse. Os boatos que chegam das Hordas Gêmeas dizem que sobrou pouca coisa da capital depois do chilique real do príncipe louco. Mas e vocês conseguiram escapar antes que a cidade fosse por água abaixo? Eu imagino que sim. Mas uma estolas de cair deixaria a El mais tranquila. Certo. Vai escrever para a irmã dele sobre ele. Show. Parece que tem coisa nova aqui, ó. Bom, o juramento nós já tínhamos visto. Cálice do Cid. Ah, é o Cálice do Cid, eu acho. Que ele acabou colocando aqui. Objeto que saiu ileso do ataque do velho esconderijo. Otto não largava a taça simples de barro para não se esquecer do seu amigo. Perdido, mas acabou passando-a para Clive, pois sabia que Cid gostaria que o orgulho portador do seu legado ficasse com ele. As maçãs nós já visto. E aqui também da ambrosia. Então era o cálice mesmo. Vamos dar mais uma baixadinha aqui. Esse assim fica melhorzinho. Bom, vamos lá, né? Aqui parece que tem coisa nova no ferreiro. Tem coisa melhor pra nós? Uou, coisa melhor. Quase nada, mas é. Nós estamos com esse aqui? Não, acho que é a Excalibur que nós estamos, né? É. Bom, esse aqui aumenta 2. Andor luzente. Eu acho que nós estamos com a do diamante, né? Se eu não me engano. Agora eu não lembro. É. Ah, o osso de Serafina. Bom. Vamos aqui, véi. Aumenta 2, mas aumenta, né?
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Aí nós deixa aqui ainda. Ah, esse aqui tá faltando esse Electron aí. Aumenta um pouco mais o nosso e aí depois dá pra fazer ele também. Opa! Oxi! Flor de Marble. Tanga manchada. Esse aqui é douradão, hein? Eu acho que esses aí que tem, tipo, esse desenho do lado aí, essas coisas que precisa, são dos formidáveis, mano. Tanga manchada. Vou dar uma olhada depois. Esse aqui é massa gelatinosa. Esse aqui também aumenta. Mas esse aqui é o maiorzão, né? Tanga manchada, flor de morbo. Buraco. Bom, não tem mais nada aqui, então. Esse é o que nós estamos. E você, mulher? Eu não lembro se eu tô com... Eu acho que eu não tô com todas as minhas poções, não.
Go on, then.
Olha o que que você tem aqui. Eu já tô com ela, né? Do C nunca é melhor que o outro, né? Não equipei, mano? De novo eu não equipei? Equipei, ué.
Still alive, are ya? Going purse weighing you down?
Ah, eu tô com tudo, sim. Opa, que é isso aqui? Último elixir. Após um nocaute, recupera todos os PV, completa... Nossa! Após um nocaute, recupera todos os PV, completa a barra de transcendência e aumenta o poder de ataque em 10% e a defesa em 30% por 60 segundos. Caraca. Ah, mas aqui que é, eu tenho que usar e... Aí eu pego e... nocauteio aí e ganho isso, será? Vamos, bora, bora. Muito obrigado, hein? Pessoal, vão deixando aí o gostei. Que ajuda muito. E vão falando pro pessoal aí. Ah, eu vou comprar, né? Vamos empatar por aqui. Oh, 120 mil. Vou pagar uma rodada pro pessoal aqui, que sempre que nós consegue... Opa! Nem sabia disso aqui. Ganhei aqui de tanto pagar pros outros. Cerveja. Como é que tá o som do jogo aí, galera? Minha voz, vão falando pra mim, vão dando feedback, me ajudem, por favor.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Creio que esteja tudo bacana, mas vão falando pra mim aí. O que mais que me importa aqui? Ah, aqui dá pra pegar um negócio. Aqui tem coisa nova também da caça. Cara, acho que eu vou pegar aquele serafim lá. Tentar ir lá pra Rosária.
Expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
Vamos pegar esse aqui então.
All yours.
150 próximo.
Best
Como é que tá o som aí,
Sid?
galera? Tudo certo? Jogo e minha voz?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine.
É, vamos conversar com a tal da moça.
The fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Times have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It's certainly ask.
I suppose not.
Deixa eu só ver o que aumentou aqui. Ah, eu quero atrás de C. Se eu não gosto muito não, mas se eu vou atrás. Agora. 10 paus. 10 de paus. Ah, nossa senhora. Os irmãos Magueth. E um Ruínas Desesperadas. S aqui, ó, também. Oh, acho que desse aqui eu pego a tal da tanga, hein? Vamos ver mais pra frente. Depois a gente vai.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Vamos lá. Olha a praga, velho.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. 𝗙𝗟𝗓 has been sighted off storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Sempre da hora falar com ela, mano. Muito louco.
A castle of sand.
Not my
Darn.
best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Ŵʻlû deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
É, tem que ir atrás desse último rei aí. Tem que falar com a Apócates. O velho sabichão. O que o velho sabichão vai falar pra nós? Ó, a espadinha da hora, hein? Agora que eu vi mais certinho.
Let me go here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗅 only too well.
You think they're connected? That 𝗚𝗔𝗠𝗡𝗅 was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the journal
A galera, vamos chegando. Tudo bom com vocês? Mandem salve aí.
But alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Deixem seu gostei, se inscreva no canal e ative as notificações. Voltar pro Otto, vamos lá. Vamos ajudar o momento para ele crescer. Jill.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Bom, então, ou seja, né? Vamos nós.
Let them know we're on our way.
Vamos lá. Bom, não temos, parece, nada de missão secundária em nenhum lugar. E temos 3 lugares para ir com problemas. Oh, vamos deixar aqui por último, a gente já pega aquele Serafine lá. Então temos aqui. Vamos aqui primeiro, é o mais longe, depois nós viemos aqui, depois lá. Vamos lá então. Vamos lá! Show!
First we find Isabel.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme.
The garrison's being sorely tested.
Ah, tá lá no véu. Tá tenso a música, hein, de fundo. Vamos no véu.
I can't do it.
Cadê a Isabel?
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Bora. Vamos ajudar.
We could leave. The two so just
Tá.
carrying another.
That thing?
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers,
Essa mulher bota
your
pra quebrar
lovers.
mesmo, hein?
So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ó, o seu queridinho tá aí.
I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Vamos lá.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family.
Leave me, Paul.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for
Moor. Porra. Tem nenhum negócio aqui, velho. Mas é aquele vilarejozinho lá.
I assume you have a plan?
Need to find out
deveria dar pra pular esses lugares, viu?
It was all they could do to escape.
É mesmo, esquecemos que nós temos 𝗙𝗓𝗓. E as habilidades como estão? 2.500. Aqui é 3. Tá. Aqui para conseguir ele é 2.730. Uou. Esse eu pego. Eu vou pegar. E o que que nós temos aqui? Aí temos esse sopro flamejante aqui. Já está habilitado. Esse aqui para habilitar. Ah, tá. Aqui tá com a magia. Eu uso muita magia, né? Eu não tenho certeza. Oh, thank you, Chris. You subscribed. Oh, thank you. You are amazing. Where are you from? Help us. Não sei. Não sei se eu continuo aqui com esse aqui. Se bem que esse aqui dá pra continuar, né? Ah, vamos ficar um pouquinho com 𝗙𝗓𝗓 e vamos ver. Agora esse aqui, eu acho que seria até interessante. Eu uso muito magia, né? Ah, vamos colocar. E vamos pegar esse... Ih, não dá. Mais um pouquinho a gente pega. Vamos colocar ele, então. Vou colocar 𝗙𝗓𝗓 aqui. Vamos colocar 𝗙𝗓𝗓. E esse aqui eu acho que dá pra continuar com ele. Agora esse aqui... eu acho que eu vou trocar pelo negocinho de luz. Tá, vamos lá então. Se não me engano, aqui tem um monte de... Opa! Tem item ali. You are okay, guy. You're welcome. Olha lá, tem um bichão ali. Será que é um inimigo notório? Pode ser. Era um dragão, né? Não é. Glória. Muito bom, viu? Ah, é bom esse aqui, viu? Eu uso muita magia. Olha que bom que é isso aqui, cara. Mas demora um pouco pra voltar. Cara, essa bolinha é muito boa mesmo, velho. Tá muito alto pra vocês, gente? Tô sentindo um pouco alto, mas não sei. Vocês vão falando pra mim. Cara, gostei dela, hein? O que isso aqui faz mesmo? Ai, eu acho que ele... Tem que usar mais, hein? E agora, quantas de habilidade nós temos? 2.600. E esse é 2.700 quase. Estamos quase. Ali tem outro daquele lá, hein? O poder do barrame é bom pra caramba, velho. Deixa eu ver um negócio. Calma aí, galera. Tentar, acho que eu vou baixar um pouquinho. Aí vocês falam pra mim aí se estiver tudo ok. Acho que assim tá, deve estar meio bom. Bom. Voltar aqui, vamos voltar aqui. Senão... Outro dragão. Ah, eu tenho que deixar ele carregar. bom, mano. Eu perdi uma bela de uma vida agora, hein? Não esperava por isso, não. Pô, o que é aquele tio ali? Vou dar uma olhada nele ali. Ai, não era pra fazer isso.
This one. Get him.
Venha. Ah, não precisava. Mas beleza, será que nós já temos? Ó, 2.800, vamos lá. 3.250. Mas primeiro eu vou no outro. Já tava fazendo ele. Cara, se eu quiser melhorar isso aqui, hein? Isso aqui é bom pra caramba, hein? Eu vou, hein? Primeiro. Vou melhorar isso aqui primeiro. E agora vamos equipar ela, né? Aqui no quadrado. Vamos lá. Olha como que tá aqui, cara. Bem que o povo daqui eram bem filhos da mãe, né?
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. Over here. It's Mogul. Kill. Get him.
Should I prime?
Save your strength. This one. This one. Too slow. Get him.
Ficou bom?
Kill! Fire it! Over here!
Tome! Mano, essa combinação dele é muito boa. Eu vou melhorar aquele da bolinha. Aquela bolinha me ajuda pra caramba, velho.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Tá, matamos um monte, hein?
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Valisthea has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the one standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Motivos pra lutar. Quase naquele lá, hein? Vamos aqui agora. O 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗓.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine.
Ou seja, vamos
But the
sair
fact
perguntando
is,
de novo.
I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve 𝗙𝗛𝗡𝗅's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the desert hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Hey, véi.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in 𝗙𝗛𝗡𝗅 is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master 𝗚𝗡𝗅 told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in 𝗚𝗡𝗅's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to 𝗙𝗛𝗡𝗅's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Essa tá parecendo legal. Aqui primeiro, então.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard, with you as captain. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from 𝗙𝗏 to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that 𝗙𝗛𝗻's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that 𝗙𝗛𝗻 is not to be trifled with.
Vamos para o próximo.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
𝗙𝗛𝗡 says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for 𝗙𝗚𝗡 as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite 𝗙𝗚𝗡, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Bora lá. Pegar uns tio.
No women folk can come to
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Sabia que havia um grande. Como da última vez. Agora sim. $55.000, velho. Fala, galera, vão chegando, vão ficando com a gente aí, mano. Que tá bem da hora. 55.000 só. Deixa no gostei aí, hein. Vida de aço é bom.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Show, 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 gente. Não esqueçam de se inscrever e ativar as notificações, galera, para ajudar a gente, tranquilo? Vamos que vamos. Vocês vão sempre estar aqui com a gente no online. Aí, fazem as pazes, seus bobos.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved 𝗙𝗟𝗡𝗏.
We all saved 𝗙𝗟𝗡𝗏.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you...
I'll take that as a compliment.
Show! Já dá pra melhorar a bolinha lá. Já dá quase pra pegar outra recompensa, hein? 113.000 de grana. Melhorar a bolinha. Uhul, tamo com 2 bolinhas? Nossa, mas isso vai me ajudar demais, velho. Ou o último que me dá 2 bolinhas. Ah, vamos aprimorar até o máximo dele, velho. Depois eu venho pra cá.
So, where did you learn to...
Cadê a lojinha daqui mesmo? Aham.
swing a sword like that?
Pra pegar... Colocar mais vida.
Mummy. The gentleman of the town guard was...
Não deixe de dar o gostei, hein, galera. Tá da hora aqui a gameplay, tá da hora, né?
Better already. I needed that.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No. Ah, não. É o maior raça.
An excellent choice. Fare you well.
Eu acho. Deixa eu ver. 750. Dá pra aprimorar. Aqui vai mais alto, mais rápido, ou vai... Eu consigo colocar mais? Eu acho que eu consigo mais, então acho que eu vou deixar. Deixar pra Pra depois. Então bora. Para o último. Vamos ajudar a Marta. Tá sempre precisando de ajuda. Marta. Louco.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗅. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Bora. Vamos pra batalha. Bater em mais
Do you
gente.
think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
Tem que ir reto.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Ó, tô com barricada aqui.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the 𝗙𝗡𝗅 first.
Ah, já tô com dois aqui, ó.
This one.
Pronto. Aí chega nos 1000 e nós consegue o outro já.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the 𝗙𝗡𝗅 were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha
Vamos
will see
ajudar.
you looked after. We'll join you anon.
Ah, vamos ajudar o Wade, eu acho. Ou não? Ou sim, sei lá.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after 𝗙𝗓𝗡 fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes.
Bravo que sim.
They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Bora. Bora, bora.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Vamos pegar esses tio tudo aí.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Oi.
Sir Wade. Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Chega. Olha. A tartaruga é chata,
Damn
mano.
it. We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Deixa eu recarregar, galera. Que vai ser bom pra nós. Ixi, tem outra tartaruga.
Over here! This one. Get him! Over here!
Uhul! Muito bom. Adorei essas bolinhas do 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗟.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Bora.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Pra cima, gente. Pra cima que eu preciso upar.
Mad dogs.
My brothers.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Pronto.
Something's coming.
Oh, caramba. Esses são difíceis, hein?
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Get him! Sickness!
Over here! Get him!
filho do amor. Pam, para, pam.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
Ah, bem que pela tela não dá pra passar pra vocês, hein, galera.
Thank you.
Não é nada, não.
Hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Vamos agora do Serafene lá, acho que é em oeste daí do... É pra esquerda aí. E o Boa Angústia. Ó, quase 1000. Quase que não pega... Opa! Aparece nos aprimoramentos de Clive em Sharp dos Guardiões. Aposentos. Ah, é pra colocar lá, eu acho.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Ai, mano, vai ser da hora.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Então bora com nós.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Vamos conversar, vamos pegar lá o inimigo notório. Aqui é Boa Angústia, né? Vamos pra cá primeiro.
Dogs belong
Bom, vem pra direita então, né? Pra cá. Algum lugar aqui de Boa Angústia, mano. Fala oeste de Boa Angústia. Aqui é Boa Angústia. Ah, ele ali. Achemos. Venha. Severian. Show, tá bom, beleza, vamos lá. Tô com todos, vovão. Tô com todos. E um a mais aqui ainda. Acabou. Cara, essas bolinhas muito boas, mano. Tá louco. Peguei ele, mano. Ah lá. Electrum. É um dos que não precisava lá. Tem aquele íconezinho lá, aquele desenho. Vamos ver o que dá pra fazer com ele, né?
From the ruins it came, and to ruin it returns.
Cara, eu fiz quase... Com todos eu fiz quase 60 e poucos mil, velho. É 1000, né? Aqui.
I needed that.
Vamos voltar mesmo pro esconderijo. A gente já compra com a mocinha, com a velhinha.
It's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Vamos pegar aqui.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Presa. 1.500 disponibilidade, cara. Ixi, já dá pra fazer o outro, ainda ficar com um tanto mais aí pra aguentar.
You earned
O
this.
outro. Que beleza, hein?
Come again. I may have more.
Ó, 2.351. Vamos aqui. Agora vamos melhorar aqui, né?
For ya.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank
Opa.
you, Otto.
Joshua tá acordado. Quer ver? Vai embora. Não vai ficar. E a outra moça lá?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Tem que contar, fi.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements.
Mas você
Clive.
consegue tudo.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe 𝗙𝗚𝗡 to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for 𝗙𝗚𝗡, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅 at the gates of 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗏.
É difícil, hein?
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through 𝗙𝗏, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. 𝗙𝗏 is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in 𝗙𝗏 if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Opa, missões secundárias. Bossa, bastante. Tem novos aqui também. Quero ver o que a gente conseguiu aqui. Opa. Um maisinho? Não. Caramba, tem bastante, velho. Tem 4. Vamos lá. Mais cedo, né? Vejamos. Ó, mas esse aqui, tchau, hein? É novo. Matilha. Bom, é C aquele. Vamos ver o que a gente conseguiu. Derrotando aquele lá, o que a gente conseguiu na Forja, o que precisaria de mais. Acho que vai precisar daquele, os 10 pau lá. Nome esquisito.
What do I owe the honor?
Oh, no.
So, will it be?
Tá de novo pra gente fazer isso. Bom, opa. Dá uma olhada. Couro de Grimaltin. Esse couro de Grimaltin. Ah, é a Excalibur que nós já tem. Oxi. Tem um aqui, tem um negocinho. Só esse aqui. E aqui. Ah, achemos. Ah lá, do Electron. Era só esse? Aí tanga, essa tanga aí que eu acho que é daquele lá. Manchada, né? Bom, nós conseguimos desse aqui, né? Ele vai diminuir 1 de vida. E vai aumentar 2 de defesa. E não dá pra reforçar ele, né? Porque é o roxinho você não reforça. Que triste. Ah, sei não, hein? Aumentar tipo... É só 2, né, na defesa. Eu vou guardar, hein? Eu diminui 1 na vida. É, acho que eu vou guardar, hein, galera. Eu vou esperar. Vamos para as secundárias. Vamos ver o que tem ali escrito nas cartas. E aqui, vamos ver o que deu aqui. É o cachecol, né? Aqui. Sharp dos guardiões. Com este Sharp tingido de vermelho, simbolizando as chamas da ave de fogo e o sangue de seus irmãos rosarianos perdidos, 𝗙𝗟𝗡 jura não só sua lealdade, mas também a lealdade dos guardiões da chama. Ai, quanto? Ah, mano, vou ficar lendo tudo não. Um pedido modesto. Mestre Clive, peço perdão por este gesto repentino e inapropriado. As circunstâncias me forçaram a buscar ajuda imediata. E não tenho outra pessoa a quem recorrer. O senhor, seu estimado tio, me deixou encarregado de uma tarefa muito desagradável. E sinto que não serei capaz de atender a essas expectativas, principalmente por me faltar aptidão marcial. Sou apenas um servo, não um mercenário, embora eu tenha a aptidão física para cuidar dos afazeres de uma mansão. Sou completamente incapaz de me livrar de bandidos em vielas. Se não for incômodo, meu senhor, suplico que venha me visitar no repouso da Marta. De novo? Eu explicarei indo tudo com mais detalhes, tá bom?
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Vamos lá. E nem posso sair daqui. Será que todos esses eu só vou poder fazer depois? Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa que eu possa fazer. Às vezes é só viajar também, né? Os outros foi assim. É, vamos lá. Às vezes é só viajar que ele deixa. Aquela vez foi assim. Vamos viajar então. Agora temos Joshua para nos ajudar, então. Tristan. Capa e adaga.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. 𝗙𝗚𝗡 is a fine scout. If 𝗙𝗡𝗡 was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Ah, você tá meio bravão. Ah lá, dá pra ir. Vamos lá. Rapaz, tá meio brabo, mas brabo mesmo. Ou é porque, né, o pessoal tá em perigo, né? Dá uma salvadinha. Agora nós estamos até com o Joshua pra ajudar. Ah lá.
My Lord Marquis, is that... It is you. Then you received my I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord...
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to...
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a steady, the realm threatens to drift into utter. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is...
That sounds like quite the end.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas...
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose... I'll start in 𝗙𝗛𝗻 and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your...
Então vamos lá, viajar de novo. Pô, desculpa aí, gente. Vai vir aqui pra viajar de novo. O que aconteceu com esse jogo, hein? Nos lugares que não precisa mesmo. Aqui é o principal lá. Ali deve ter algum secundário. Deve ser pra ali não. Agora primeiro é pra ir ali.
It's not going to be easy fighting one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy.
Aqui por aqui, o principal lá. Aí tem uma secundária lá, do principal mesmo.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Ei, gente.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
It's over.
Pronto.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe this.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in 𝗙𝗛𝗚 several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Ó, não é aqui, né? Aqui. Longe, hein? Um do outro. Então, rapidinho assim, beleza.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been A long time since last I saw my great aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Oi. É um estilo bem complicadinho ali, tem um grandão.
This one's ours, pretty boy. This one.
Homem, graças às bolinhas. São 1.400. 3.100.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along, I...
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Sabia. Olha, vão acabar ficando bastante em secundárias aqui dessa vez. Aí o pano.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of... Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigation.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work, and we must work together.
As it is mine.
Vamos pegar os outros 3 aqui. Quase subindo de nível, aliás. É, quase. Pra 38. Naquele ali. Oh, guts.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muck. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usual folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us she'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, you'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm
Não tem medo dessa moça aqui.
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul as the wet.
You're doing good trade then. Both.
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today.
Just asking. All right. I'm here because I was told.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil ex?
I didn't exactly hear. All I know is that someone in 𝗙𝗛𝗻 has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line me pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slight...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a pup.
Of course.
É chato, hein, rapaz? Agora vamos atrás de quem tá espalhando os boatos, né? Certeza.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
Ah, galera, tudo bom? Vamos chegando.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. Along with
Não deixe de deixar o seu gostei, se inscrever no canal e ativar as notificações. Se não for inscrito, hein, galera?
Like she
Ajuda
may
nós.
have done things she regretted in her past. She says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find that trader. He said they were all talking about her in 𝗙𝗻𝗻, so that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, but that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Ai, ai. Vamos voltar pra 𝗙𝗏𝗡. Vamos dar um enquadrão no tio. Ô, fi, o que você tá falando da nossa moça lá?
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard was
Could be I know something more.
Clive! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords. And who will they all turn to keep the... Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper at work.
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in 𝗙𝗏𝗡. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you...
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go...
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful.
Olá.
You too, Goods.
The finest sell swords in Storm, good lord. Fuck! How the hell did they find
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strategy.
Não é muito longe.
What a mess. Where do we even start? You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Ah.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death? Boys, he's all yours.
Ah, foi mal aí, cara, mas... Acho que não vai ser suficiente, não.
Now, we can pretend this didn't happen.
Caramba, os tiros aqui são fortes, hein? Ô, louco, mano. Eles não caem rápido, não. Olha o Joshua, velho, que da hora. Caramba! Isso é difícil de matar, rapaz. Gastei os maiores neles.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I...
When the 𝗙𝗚𝗡 finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The 𝗙𝗚𝗡 wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in... Then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going...
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone.
Fucking coward!
I need to find 𝗙𝗡𝗓. Right now.
Logo.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty pig!
Stop calling me and stop spreading them horrible lies about...
Well, that will be. They are not lies. Every last word is true. And she...
𝗙𝗡𝗓, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life, and that loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. And I will not allow it to continue. 𝗙𝗡𝗓, was it? I have no quarrel, only with your... Run along now. You need not pay for her.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you, miss!
𝗙𝗡𝗓, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you...
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗏 might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind, though it was just bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craving. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You... Everything that happened. It was all... And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
boots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck. You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet leg, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Why? And now, it's time to collect.
Meu Deus.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon it's an easy going through life, one eye short of it. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Verdade, essa mulher aí é muito louca, velho. Não sei pra que voltar pra falar de novo com a mesma pessoa. Não fala já. Eu não entendo.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for you. Well, reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you. You've always been me right eye, Goots, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big low, fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in 𝗙𝗏𝗡.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Ah, estamos conseguindo coisas pro aposento lá.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and you remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people... So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen. and I will not be
De
outdone.
novo atrás do
So
negócio
if you don't want to
estranho
be
do
seen as
livro.
playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too... So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, and recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know a kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅, and if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got...
Vamos lá. Já tinha uma ali. Mas vamos lá. Eu vou aí, fia. Vamos, Pockets.
Lawsman 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my... The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find...
So the fabled 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅 delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my... Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very 𝗙𝗡𝗅.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color...
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about...
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once...
Sunbreak. Pra cá de novo. São vários lugares assim que... Praticamente você vai andar por aí, né, mano? Por eles.
I got peppers to numb your tongue up. But there were ghosts
Vamos
at
lá.
the gates, not days.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
Bons pontos de habilidade também, né? Aí nós já vamos deixando a maior também, a... E aqui tem muito bicho, mano. Tipo aqueles ali.
𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅 said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Right blue dragons and
Achemos.
right yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. Get him! Over here! This one! All yours! Nice try. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Elas ali.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
Pronto.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told...
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't... Now then, you stay right where you are. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Horrível.
So, not fit for consumption.
Which the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kick.
Meu Deus, esse cara é muito louco.
Tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavor and sensation. A grace.
I think he likes
Oh,
it.
meu Deus.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent.
Decent? It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blue...
I'll give it some thought.
Mais um negócio louco de culinária. Ah, estamos quase pro 28 lá. Mas tem só mais um.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, agora a gente
perhaps you
consegue.
can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. The ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well... They vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared, which almost certainly means they had everything.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to... They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Acho que já dá até pra pegar mais do outro lá. Das façanhas. Tá lá do outro lado. Já vou até ver agora. Tá nada lá.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
1120, cara. Louco, tem lugar que tá precisando de ajudas? Seria daqui só, não é não?
Clive, here you go.
Ah, é pra onde nós estamos indo mesmo.
Seen enough?
Vai, garotada, vocês pegaram a tarde da balança. Ó, mentir é feio, hein?
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗅 showed us.
Miss 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗅? Why would she have you dismembering her creation?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗅 said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together.
Well, then your work is already half done. Carry on.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else.
É o braço.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what...
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh 𝗙𝗡𝗅? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in... This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear.
I have. Miss 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗅's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate...
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not... So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah, all finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Midadol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're old.
What do you think, Sid? Oh, you...
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Ah, foi legal esse aí, hein?
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Achei estranho mesmo a roda dentada. Falar com a mulher. Aí eles vão trazer a balança falando que consertou o resto. Vai falar que não esqueceu não, que era pra eles pensar e ver o que fazer. Como colocar. Será? Ah, isso foi legal, mano.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or they dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully, she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And have...
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in 𝗙𝗏𝗏. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Beleza. Passemos. 38. Agora vamos para o principal, que tem uma secundária. Agora sim, galera. Agora sim. Oxe. Ai, Fênix, acaba com eles. Enquanto eu carrego aqui. Ó. Já estão indo embora aí, ó.
This one. Get him.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
Aqui. Caralho, velho. Aquele tio lá. Como é bom ter todos. E pegamos aqui uma recompensa. Opa! Faixa majestosa. Então voltemos. Nossa, e saímos ilesas, hein? Principal vai chegar antes do secundário. Oxe. Vai lá pra baixo. Bom, vamos vir pra cá, ué. Tem jeito de ir lá pra baixo?
This one.
Ah, ele não vai lá pra baixo não, mano. É algum bug, velho. Bora. Ou mais pra frente vai lá pra baixo. Tem um outro tio aqui.
This one. Let's try. Over here. This one.
Não, aqui também não vai lá pra baixo. Vamos indo então, né?
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Olha aqui também. Ó, é 340, né? Quase 1.100 e pouquinho só.
Very well.
Over here. This one. Enough.
Ali a secundária. Nossa. Tá detonado.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. 𝗙𝗑𝗏. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just...
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I got here in time.
Tchau. Pronto.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened.
Another survivor? Where is he?
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer... 𝗙𝗏 is safe, thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Boa.
You seem familiar.
You must have me confused with someone.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗏 is over. I bear no ill will toward them.
What of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oath?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then just know that I will find you, Sid.
É. Eu aqui tava tão meio bravo com você. Tá certo também, né? Vai ter coisa lá. Esses aqui estão descendo bem rápido.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Ah, moça aí. Não precisa não, filho. Tudo bem.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am 𝗙𝗓𝗓, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, 𝗙𝗓𝗓 has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady 𝗙𝗓𝗓. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace, it is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the crystalline dominion on the night of her fall. It was the 𝗙𝗡𝗙𝗟. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the 𝗙𝗡𝗙𝗟 is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of 𝗚𝗔𝗠𝗘𝗣𝗟 involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid 𝗙𝗡𝗙𝗟 and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For 𝗙𝗏𝗏. Then it is 𝗚𝗔𝗠𝗘𝗣𝗟 knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Aquele tio lá.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗃 now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
Ih, tá com uma cara muito boa, não.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of 𝗙𝗏𝗏 with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of 𝗚𝗏𝗏. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Verdade, ele é o Odin, né, mano? Nossa! Foi tudo de uma vez.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Oh.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos.
Ixi, ele quer pegar ele.
Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Ih, você vai sentir a ira do Ifrit. Chegando, galera, deixa o seu gostei, se inscreva no canal e pingue o sininho das notificações para estarem sempre com a gente, hein?
So then,
O jogo de momento play é crescer, galera.
how long has 𝗚𝗔𝗡𝗚 been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell 𝗙𝗚𝗓 of the lake?
By all means.
𝗙𝗚𝗓, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. 𝗚𝗔𝗠𝗘 𝗙𝗓𝗓. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, 𝗙𝗚𝗓.
É difícil pra pessoa, né?
Let's find our friends.
É, temos que encontrar eles.
Cares for you very.
Missões secundárias. Fizemos bastante nessa live.
Which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to heed her call? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to...
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder 𝗙𝗓𝗓𝗏 had been... 𝗙𝗓𝗓𝗏 are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a hide of phenomenal...
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never... 𝗙𝗓𝗓𝗏 skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at 𝗙𝗏𝗡, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Bora então. Vamos. Oxe, é longe, tio. Caramba, isso é chato, hein? Será que o outro é mais perto? O outro for mais perto, vou fazer o dele primeiro. Caramba, é longe, tio.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You! Finally. No one was paying me. Is something wrong? At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home. The university? You're a specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened wind, the answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded. Climb the stairs and memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike the... I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly. Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble. Find...
How are those new boots treating you?
Vamos aqui primeiro, então.
That 𝗙𝗟 fella's an odd fish, don't you think?
Scholarly thoughts like
Guardiões do Cristal, vós sois as primeiras pedras de Tabor. Sagrado seja o vosso sangue, e como uma mãe, protegi a cidade com fervor. Protegei.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Bom, tem mais, né? Tem uma ali, certo?
In all my long years,
Outra ali.
I've never seen.
So it's these stones to 𝗙𝗏𝗡 and the rest of the boxes to 𝗙𝗏.
Tem mais. Dalírios das planícies douradas, finquei vossos pés nesse firme chão. Compartilhei vosso orgulho com todos os seus iguais, pois sobre as pedras da cidade agora junto viverão.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky turned.
It has indeed.
filhos dos caçadores, agora lavradores deste solo. Colhei a bênção prometida e protegei esta terra das pragas que a assolam.
Farmers must have settled here in 𝗙𝗑𝗏. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen them for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
O sul. Estais não é. Bolgas.
Guardians of the Republic.
The Republic? Are you certain? These stones predate the...
That can't be right, then. That's definitely not...
Caramba, hein?
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of 𝗙𝗑𝗏. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Tinha que ser de começo.
It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen, but whatever could have driven the Guardians so far? The engraving to the...
Ah, não é, né? Tipo, Master Crystal, tá certo. É o quê? Viajando o oceano em cinzas. Andarilhos, planícies douradas, é isso mesmo.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in 𝗙𝗏. Its guardian roots could never... This is proving most enlightening.
Os caçadores sob juramento de servir ao sol. Filhos dos caçadores, agora lavradores. Este solo, é esse mesmo.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to 𝗙𝗏's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have set guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of 𝗙𝗏's culture. Those roots reach down through 3... Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many, but...
Beleza. Foi mais rapidinho esse aí. O outro é longe pra dedéu, velho. Conseguimos uma grana. E o outro, nós vamos ter que vir por aqui. Vamos ir vendo como é que é o caminho. Qualquer coisa. Vamos primeiro no principal, né? E o que você tem?
Welcome, welcome.
Nada demais, né?
Take care.
Oxi.
𝗙𝗏, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. 𝗙𝗏 is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am 𝗙𝗏,
Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of his grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of 𝗙𝗟.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
Ô, meio maluco, velho.
Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
É, são bem estranhos mesmo.
The free cities under siege.
Se eu virar pra cá, eu vou pro... Tá bom, então vamos lá, vai.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Opa, aí. É o caminho que eu quero seguir, tio. Nossa, estamos quase. Olha isso. Caramba, aqui tem um lugar enorme. Ali é um bagulho? Ah, é o da cidade mesmo, eu acho. Ou não. Bom, agora temos mais um desse aqui. Pra viajar. Vê que eu andei. É daquele bicho lá, mano.
This one.
Tchau. Esse aqui volta bem rápido, mano. E é muito forte. Ah, o que ele quer ali. Nossa, aqui não tem nenhum inimigo notório, mano.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Over here! This one.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Cortemos.
Are you buying or selling? A fine choice.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be... Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business.
Ei, mano. Paga e vambora. Só quero o meu dinheiro. E não foi nada de dinheiro. Ganhei umas coisinhas mesmo. 2.500 de habilidades. Agora vamos lá salvar os amiguinhos.
The free cities under siege.
Oxe. Tem orcs.
Just be rid of them.
Nada. Hello.
Over here! All yours, Torgal! This one! Go, Torgal!
Os caras estão bem apuros mesmo, hein? Cheio de orcs.
Clive, smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Beleza, chegamos lá. As cidades livres de 𝗙𝗏𝗏. Bom, galera, vamos terminando aqui a nossa live, então. Vamos continuar no próximo vídeo, a parte 12 daqui, então. Acho que terminando capa e adaga, né? Então, muito obrigado por todos que estiveram aqui, que deixaram o seu gostei, se inscreveram no canal, né? E ativaram as notificações aí. Muito obrigado. Você que está acompanhando a nossa série no offline, venha pro online. Ative as notificações aí, se inscreva. Deixa o gostei nesse vídeo para vocês estarem com a gente sempre, tá bom? Muito obrigado pela presença de todos vocês, tá bom? Espero ver você no próximo vídeo. Momento Play Off, fui, valeu! Até a próxima gameplay, parte 11 de Final Fantasy XVI. Valeu, tchau, tchau!